It was a chilly night in the vast desert, the kind of night where even the stars seemed to shiver. Ramesh, a cheerful and slightly scatterbrained traveler, set up his little tent to escape the biting cold. Nearby, his camel, Bublu, stood under the moonlight, staring at Ramesh with big, soulful eyes that seemed to say,
This cold isn't for me, buddy.
After a simple meal of flatbread and dates, Ramesh tucked himself into his warm sleeping bag inside the snug little tent.
Good night, Bablu.
He said with a grin, peeking out to pat his faithful camel on the head. Bublu snorted dramatically, as if to say,
Good night for you, maybe. I'm freezing out here.
The night wore on, and the desert grew colder. Bublu, fed up with the chilly breeze, decided it was time to take matters into his own hooves. He cautiously lifted one long leg and poked it inside the tent. Ramesh, half asleep, noticed but mumbled.
Poor Bablu. Fine, you can warm one leg.
Encouraged, Bublu waited a few minutes before leaning his head inside. He gave Ramesh his best innocent camel look.
Bablu, seriously, your head now?
Ramesh muttered but sighed.
Fine, just don't drool on my blankets.
Satisfied, Bublu waited for Ramesh to drift back to sleep before sliding his entire neck and shoulders into the tent. Now half the tent was occupied by the camel's hulking frame. Ramesh woke with a start.
What in the... Bablu, are you trying to turn my tent into a camel hotel?
Bublu blinked lazily, chewing as though pondering the question. He shuffled a little further in, his back hooves now pawing at the tent's edge.
Unbelievable.
Ramesh grumbled, trying to adjust himself in the ever-shrinking space. But his heart was too soft to kick Bublu out. Moments later, Bublu made his boldest move yet. With one mighty shuffle, he squirmed his entire body into the tent, sending Ramesh rolling out into the cold sand with a loud thud. Ramesh yelled, standing up and glaring at his camel, now comfortably sprawled out on his blankets. Bublu let out a satisfied snort, as if to say,
Finally, some proper accommodation.
Shivering in the cold, Ramesh threw up his hands in exasperation.
You throw me out of my own tent and now you're snoring? I can't believe this.
Despite his frustration, Ramesh couldn't help but laugh.
You win this time, Bablu. But tomorrow, I'm buying the biggest tent in the world, just for me.
Bublu, now in a deep, contented sleep, had no response. It was clear that in the desert, the camel was king. Moral of the story: small compromises can lead to bigger consequences if boundaries are not set early.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.